What's up, y'all? It's the Soulfully Ratchet one, Audra The Rapper, and I'm here on Ladies First with my girl Jen from Brooklyn.
What's going on? She got Jen from Brooklyn. Another edition of Ladies First. As always, I don't always say this, but I have to say it again. I like to have up and coming amazing women on the show. Some of them might be established. This girl, though, you might recognize her on a TV show called Sisterhood of Hip Hop. I'm not going to talk about her. She can talk about herself right here. Audra The Rapper. What's up, mama?
Yes, what's good, man? Thanks for having me.
Of course. I love
the
the fit. I always look at the girls' fits when they come in. Like, I should wear.
Super cozy at all times. Super cozy.
I had my Jets jersey on. I was like, yo, should I rock it? Because she has on a jersey right now, but I kept it clean.
This actually, remember Boys in the Hood, Ricky's jersey.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. This is
Ricky on the back.
You can show the camera if you want a little bit. Stunting on them. So Audra, heard about you for a minute now.
Oh, that's love.
Yeah, and definitely love your music. I think you have a great spirit, and
Thank you.
and your sound is definitely different from what's out now.
Word,
a lot of the artists, and I could tell it's a lot of soul into it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's party, but it's also conscious in a way. You put a lot of messages in your music.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very what's the word? Woke. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just very aware of my surroundings. But first, I feel like it comes from self-knowledge. You know, knowledge of self. And once you know yourself and know how things affect you, you didn't know how things affect the surroundings around you. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I mean, my mama always said, don't speak on nothing you don't know nothing about.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I approach my music that way too. So yeah, man.
You sure do. And we're going to learn more about her today and why she's the amazing woman she is and on the show, Ladies First. So I had you send me 3 photos of 3 things that inspired you to be the woman you are today.
Yes.
And we're going to take a look at them on the screen. We're going to talk about it a little bit.
Okay,
we'll
for
learn
sure.
more about you, okay? So here's the first photo. New York City, NYC.
We were just talking about this city.
Right. You're by way of Virginia, right? You was born
Richmond,
in D.C.
Born in D.C.
Lived out at VA.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're NYC.
I'm in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Long
good?
time coming. New York definitely straightened me out. Like, it straightened me all the way out. Like, before I moved to New York, like I was taking like the $15 China bus from Norfolk here.
Y'all know about that, right?
$15 China bus. You know, so it was like I was kind of getting my feet wet into New York before I moved up here, but I still wasn't calling anybody like my friends or nothing. You know, I was expanding my network, but I didn't have any family here. And, you know, I'm rugged running around Richmond, and I was in college thinking I could take on the world if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and then I moved up here and it got me in line real quick. You know what I'm saying? It made me more aware of my surroundings, and like it had me check my tongue. It had me, you know, and it also encouraged me to embrace my differences and kind of find the beauty in discomfort. Like in New York, nobody, I feel like, necessarily fits in while fitting in, if it makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
You know what I'm saying? And I got kind of like teased and picked on a lot growing up just because I was so secure. You know, if that's one thing my family told me, was to be secure in yourself, whether other people aren't onto it yet. So then when I moved to New York, it's like, wait a minute, I can kind of fit in by not fitting in. Oh yeah, this place is for me.
Right.
You know, so New York definitely has brought to you this person here today.
I mean, when you go back home to VA, though, it's still love, right? So
Yeah. But, you know, it's like in school, you know, people going, first of all, when I was young, I got picked on for things like having a small forehead. And I'm like, what do you do that?
You got picked on for having a small
forehead. You know, little things like that'll have you like, you know what I'm saying? When you're young and impressionable, it's like, damn, I can't do anything about this. Yeah. But, you know, and then it's like, I was in 6th grade passing out flyers for a show I was trying to do at a community center, you know, and it's like, who does she think she is, you know? And it's just like little things that I was so secure and I owned younger, and I came to New York and it's like embraced, you know? So,
well, speaking of the flyers thing, that's what I like about you. You're a natural born hustler, because I read a lot of the things that you've done. Like, not only do you obviously do music and everything, but you also are a community activist, right?
Yeah, for sure, man.
So let's talk about why you wanted to create that foundation you did.
So the Music for a Cause Foundation I actually created when I was 17 in Richmond. And a good friend of mine growing up had came out to my mom and I that he had AIDS. And he, at the time, I know like AIDS, and there are a lot of programs now. There are a lot of health benefits. So much has gone into, you know, making sure people are nurtured too that have this disease and they're affected by it. But back then, I feel like the AIDS epidemic was like in the 80s, early 90s. And then when I come around, early 2000s, you know, in my age where like we're accessing the internet and we're really talking about things, AIDS wasn't one of them, you know. So we started this foundation, and what we did was we held events within the city of Richmond where we did shows, and it would be upcoming artists, or it could be a painter, it could be anybody that used their medium. And we would raise money. And at the time that we started it, I didn't have my 501c3, so I wasn't a nonprofit at first. So we linked up with other nonprofits from different parts of the country.
17 too. I just gotta say that again. At 17, because a lot of girls at 17. I mean, I remember I was 17. I just want to go hang out with my girls, go out and just chill. But here you are trying to make a difference with your amazing cause, and I think that's just
and you know
dope.
my mother got behind me because I didn't know what a 501c3 was. I know what I wanted to do, you know, and I knew whatever it was, I wanted music to be a part,
right.
you know, and but my mother definitely helped me, you know, form that and run that.
Let's go on to the next photo, which is Lauryn Hill's MTV Unplugged.
Yo, there needs to be another Unplugged series, like MTV, Hot 97, whatever we gotta do.
We can do that. We can make it happen.
For real. But this specific album, Lauryn Hill, can I say, Lauryn Hill has enabled me to be the woman and the lover that I am, if that makes sense. Like just understanding myself and understanding my insecurities. And I say this all the time, but I feel like I found the beauty in discomfort. You know, like I was insecure for so many years. I'm still insecure to a sense, but I use that as my strength.
Why did you feel that way?
From her music?
Well, just insecure in your,
I mean, I think it comes from growing up being told.
Just getting picked on.
Just getting picked on, but also like how you even said earlier, like my sound is my sound, right? And I feel like when you can't look into the world and see something successful like what you're doing, you feel like what you're doing is unsuccessful. You know, when there's not an example of where you're trying to go that resembles what you're doing, it's kind of like, damn, am I going in the wrong direction? You know, and I think Lauryn Hill and this project, not even just the music within the Unplugged, but like her dialogue between her songs of this Unplugged set, I think it really just helped me own in on that comfort that's like, yo, I'm different and I'm with it, or yo, like y'all not with it, but I found solitude and solidarity and happiness and everything in this, that I'm a rock with it. And eventually there are people out there, they might be in the crevices of the world, but eventually they're going to find me and they're going to know that somebody's speaking for that.
Do you remember anything, well, in particular, what she said that stood out to you the most during the set right here? That resonated with you? And
she spoke on how she spent so long searching for fantasy and found comfort in reality. Or there was no fantasy, like she disregarded fantasy and was just saying like reality is what we have. You know, like I can do this, I can say this, but this is my truth. And even in the beginning of it, like how I told you, like how I'm just cozy at all times, you know, and how she was just like, you know, I was gonna get dressed, but then why, you know, or if you're confident and if you just own you at all times, that's gonna resonate with somebody, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, I could tell she's definitely influenced you in so many ways, because I do hear, I guess, the tonality of your music is very similar to hers. I know a lot of artists don't like being compared to other artists, but I mean, I definitely hear that.
No, I'm honored to have that comparison. By all means.
And as well, I mean, you named your EP after her, right? Miseducation of Audra, the first one?
Project. No, it was actually, it was my second. It was my second project. I named it The Miseducation of Audra. And it was kind of like an ode to Miss Hill. I took a couple of her projects off, you know, her classic album, and like flipped it or remixed it, or, you know, kind of like flipped the context of it.
Listen, you're doing well for yourself. I mean, Lauryn Hill, if you're watching this, make a collabo going on or something, make it happen. So I mean, you moved on to the projects and everything, so much so that even Rick Ross co-signed you, right? I read.
Yeah.
That's a big co-sign.
Yeah,
right
and
there.
that was just so organic and not like one of those like industry constructed relationships, and that actually could be, who knows, a reason why it didn't progress like so many people expected it to, because it didn't begin how, you know, a lot of relationships are expected to. But
so how did that co-sign happen? He just was talking about you in the media, like what?
So well, that's how people grew to know about me in early phases, because before then I was just like the chick in Richmond, you know, rapping at the lunch table. And then when Rick Ross, he was like the first one to really bring me onto a bigger scope. And that's how a lot of people grew to know me. But Low key, I was just at a radio station. I went to check a friend who was a host, and Ross was doing an interview. He had just signed up for Twitter. He went around the room. What's everybody's Twitter? I was like, oh, my Twitter is Audra the Rapper. He was like, oh, you rap.
Did he put you on the spot?
You know, put me on the spot. That was that. Cool. All right, somebody holler at her and went to do the interview. Interview's over. Come back. Rap again. You know what I'm saying? We exchanged contact, but check it. So we exchanged contact. Nothing happened from it. I couldn't reach him on the phone. Couldn't get him an email. 2 weeks later, I'm opening for him.
What?
I'm opening for him, right? And you know, like, it's like a unbeknownst like rule of thumb that when you're on a show with a bigger artist, you don't cover their beats, or you know the DJ's not supposed to play their songs because they're gonna perform the song. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a remix to BMF, and he's coming on after me and gonna perform BMF. I'm gonna make sure he, you know what I'm saying, his ears perk up. So after the show, you know, we exchanged contact, and the next day, like, I'm flying in Miami and I'm working with him, you know, and he's just really, he mentored me on so many levels of like what the grind is. Like, his words was like groundwork. Like, you got to put in groundwork. They might not see it now, but they're going to see the results of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely been my mentality since that relationship started with him. And my team had actually had the email and sat on it for a while because I've always been vocal about, you know, kind of iffy with reality and the marriage of artists and reality television.
Because that could make or break your career, to
honestly,
be honest.
You know, your fate is not yours at that point. But I knew this platform, and they're really good at, one, giving you publishing for your music.
Okay. That's
and
a great thing.
And then two, just really showing the why the music is being made, and, you know, the who and what goes into it. And I was all about that. You know, I think that relatability is really necessary, and I'm all about showcasing myself and my element, and this is why this music is this way. This difference that y'all haven't yet connected to, this is why, and hopefully that's a connection that's missing.
You girls seem super chill. Is it like that on camera as it is off camera, or you guys kind of separate and kind of go do your own thing? I
mean, we're all individual artists, women, and we're in different cities too, but we are the element and the how you guys catch us on camera, that's not forced. You know, they don't say, all right, enroll, be friends. Like, it's none of that.
It's just straight. This is real all the way.
It's all real.
I mean, working with T.I, I'm sure he wants you to make sure you're not faking the funk and stuff.
And that's another reason why I went into it, like with T.I and how his brand, and, you know, everything's been positive with him and his whole turnaround, and with what's the show, The Family Hustle and everything. Like, I was like, okay, T.I.'s executive producing this. I know they're not going to try to make us crazy and a bad representation of hip hop.
And how involved is he with the show? Like, when I first heard about the show, I thought it was such a dope concept because, I mean, obviously I love putting women on and giving them a platform. So for him to just create a show centered around women in hip hop who are grinding, I just thought that was incredible.
So his involvement with the show is on like an executive level and boardroom conversations that I'm not involved in.
So he's not really hands-on like that? Okay.
Yeah, none of the producers of the show, but the executive producers and the actual network, you know, they're on the other side. Right. But yeah.
On to the next photo. The third thing is
my mommy.
Family.
Mama the Rapper.
Let's talk about Mama.
Oh, she gonna hate me for sending this photo, but yo, I don't have so many photos. Yo. It's crazy.
Why? She looks fine. She's cute.
I love her. Mama's bad.
Let's talk about
Mama. My mom is my rock. Like, it was me and her. My mom raised me as a single mother with her and helped my grandmother. And they are two peas in a pod. That's something different. But they are best friends. But my mother supported me and supports me in everything. And it's crazy because growing up, I wasn't even allowed to listen to rap, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to listen to rap. It was just gospel, jazz, funk, soul, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Why were they so against rap?
Just the misogyny, or just, I really just think my mother's older, and I think it comes from a generation where rap just, she wasn't familiar with it, you know, but the outlook of it, the perception of it was bad on the outside looking in, and this is my baby. I'm going to shelter her from something that might, you know, what's the word, like degrade her, you know? And then, so I used to sneak listening to rap. I used to have to like sneak in the kitchen, put full on the antenna, and like, you know, try to get MTV on through the white noise, you know? Crazy. And one day my mom caught me. I think it was a Big Pimpin'. My grandmother caught me watching a Big Pimpin' video.
Oh,
and I got
man, talk about the video. You don't want her to see you watching. Oh my God.
I got in so much trouble. But yo, when I was like 12, 13, I told my mom, like, I want to rap, because like all my CDs were like for like R&B CDs growing up, right? Like,
because you started singing too, right? Before you ever touched hip hop, you were
I
singing in
wanted
church
to-
and everything.
Yeah,
right?
I was singing in church. I thought I wanted to be an R&B singer, but but then it's like, so all my CDs were R&B records, right? But there was always a rap verse on it. That's the verse I knew, you know? So I told my mom, I was like, I want to rap. And she was like, all right, what we got to do? Like, my mom started taking classes online for music business.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? My mom would be gray hair. My mom's had gray hair my whole life. Like, it's all white now, like Storm. So my mom would be, you know, the gray haired lady at a rap concert. My mom would go to Yo Gotti concerts with me. Like, she's down.
Mom's moving out
You know,
here.
my mom is down.
That's crazy, because going from someone who tried to shelter you from hip hop,
Right.
to now being so open to it. So what made that whole 360?
Well, I mean, I don't know, but I guess it's like, okay, this is Audra. She ain't out in the street shaking her ass. She ain't doing nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it hasn't hurt her to this point. You know what I'm saying? And then my mom is just like, I'm confident and she's confident in how she raised me, you know, and it's like, okay, at this point, you know who you're becoming and I know how I can guide you in who you're becoming. Right. If this is what you want to do, we're going to make sure it's done right.
That's great.
You know,
That's
and I guess
great.
the best way to do that is to be involved.
Right.
You know, so,
and you need that support,
100%.
especially for a young girl with a dream. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that support system, it can really, you know, mess with your head and have you kind of sway away from your dream and your path and all that.
Like,
so that's dope that
my mom used to throw rap shows in Richmond and everything. She was like, all right, what you got to do? You got to get in front of people. All right, we're going to throw a showcase. Okay, we're going to fly in A&R from these labels and they're going to see you.
Oh, mom is really involved.
Yeah, mommy was really involved.
Wow. Was the next lady involved too? I think I have another photo here.
It's my grandma.
What about grandma? How did grandma feel?
That's my ace. She fine. She just turned 85.
Wow.
That was on her 85th birthday.
She looks great.
Yeah, she fine. My grandma just been all kind of chill. You know, I still can get in the car with her. Don't turn that hippity hop on. You know, you know what I'm saying. And my music has always been kind of, well, my music, I don't think it's crazy at all. But I mean, I'm very I curse, okay? I curse.
Everyone curse.
Curse.
I mean, yeah, that's what it is.
So I would never disrespect that and take that to my grandmother, you know? But I had this one song, Nobody, from my last project, and I shot a video for it, and I was like, all right, grandma, come here, sit down. I can play you something now. And she was just so proud, you know? And that was a really good moment for me. But yeah, she's always supported me, but she's like, don't bring it to me, but tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, she doesn't want to know about everything else, but she's gonna be there for you no matter what.
Yeah, but she's the one person that has always encouraged me to like forget what everybody's saying, you know, and just own your truth. Yeah.
And you are. I mean, I could see that. You're definitely unique. You know what I'm saying? You're true to yourself, and a lot of people are scared to kind of be who they are, especially in this industry and as a female.
100%. And I can honestly say I spent a lot of time trying to fit a formula. Like, I think when we think of even female rappers, there's a formula. You know what I'm saying? And at least in recent years, the most successful ones, you know, are the ones that's put to us the most, or brought to our attention the most. There's a format. There's a formula, whether it's context, whether it's appearance, whether it's, you know, a male cosign, whatever it is. And I'm past that now. Just like mentally, like I'm comfortable. You know, and I feel like what my music and my content and who it's meant for is going to find them. It's even now. I mean, and that's going to be with anything. I think it's even just outside of being a rapper or a female rapper. Any conversation is always going to be somebody who's had the experience of, okay, I've seen this work before. You want to make it work? Let's do it. You know, because it works. And everybody wants to do something that works. Right. But there's not one way of doing that. You know, it's not one way of doing that.
That's right. Audra the Rapper. She has a dope project out called Anti-Love Songs. I love it. Super amazing.
Thank you.
And there's just so much more that you're doing, I'm sure.
Yeah,
anything else you can let us know besides Sisterhood of Hip Hop?
Anti-Love Songs is out now. Sisterhood of Hip Hop. The season just wrapped, but it's on demand. Go check that. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to touch the stage everywhere I can. You know, I got a couple projects in motion that I'm excited to share super soon.
Be on the lookout for her. Like I said, there's a lot of amazing things that she's doing out here. And Audra, now,
yes,
I hope you're into games.
Oh, okay.
Because I do little games on my show.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to have you look at the screen.
Okay.
All right. It's a game I do on my show. It's called This or That. It's very simple, right? So it could be, I don't know, apples or oranges, and you just gotta say you like apples, you like oranges. Very, very simple. It's rapid fire.
Let's
All right,
get it.
this or that. Let's do it. First one: Virginia Beach or Richmond, Virginia?
Oh, tag is crazy because I grew up in both. Richmond.
Richmond.
Yeah, without a doubt, Richmond.
Most of the memories out there.
Yeah, for sure, Richmond. Yeah.
All right. Sell out MSG or sell out 3 shows in your hometown?
MSG.
MSG
for sure. That's legendary. Yeah, that's crazy. Hometown love. The real one's gonna come to MSG.
Do Wop That Thing or Lost Ones?
Oh,
Put you in the seat, Audra.
it's funny how money changes situations. Lost ones.
Lost Ones.
Lost ones.
Nat King Cole or Ella Fitzgerald?
Ella Fitzgerald, VA.
Sneakers or heels?
Sneaks.
Singing or rapping? Oh, you had to calm down for a second, right? Think about it.
It's crazy because I listen to more like vocal singing songs than rap. But rap is the medium I'm good at, you know what I'm saying? Nah, rap.
Rap? Okay. Miseducation of Audra or anti-love songs?
Anti-love songs.
That's the new you.
Super honest me, yeah.
Okay. The best anti-love song, I Hate You So Much Right Now by Khalees or Irreplaceable by Beyonce?
Yo. This is good. Irreplaceable, man. We don't go back. Okay. You gotta go.
All right. Which T.I title describes your love life right now? Bring 'Em Out or Dead and Gone?
Tag. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of cool, calm, and collected right now. I'm gonna say Dead and Gone.
Dead and Gone? A man with career goals or a family man?
Damn, this is hard. Career man, because all my coins ain't going to these 4 or 5 kids we about to have. Career man.
Final answer?
Yeah.
All right. Best movie about sisterhood, Waiting to Exhale or Set It Off?
Set it off, man.
That's my movie.
Set it off. Yes.
Who's your favorite character?
Yo, Cleo.
Cleo all
Cleo.
day. You can't live without Twitter or Instagram?
If
you had to just pick one.
Probably Twitter, because Instagram doing this whole new algorithm where it's like everything
Talk
out of
about
order.
it.
People be like, yo, come to my show tonight, and I see it from
10
yesterday.
hours
You know?
ago.
Probably Twitter.
Twitter, all right. Home cooked meals or order out?
Home cooked meals all day.
Brandy classic, Baby or I Wanna Be Down? And I know
Wanna
you
Be
copped
Down.
that album first, right?
That was the first album I've ever had.
That's the same one for me too.
Ever had, yo.
So good.
What? I Want to Be Down.
I Wanna Be
Yo, crazy story. 2nd grade, I auditioned with that song and got sent home. They was like, this is an inappropriate song for a
I Wanna Be
6-year-old.
Down?
Yo.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, a 6-year-old singing I Wanna Be Down.
It wasn't crazy. She was like 15 herself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I got sent home. My mother came up there and was like, where they at? Who sent my baby home?
I love it. VA duo, Timberland and Missy or the Neptunes? I got Audra against the ropes right
This
now.
is a good one.
They're not gonna
Timberland
hold
and
against
Missy.
you. Timbo
Timberland
and
and
Missy.
Missy.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, you backtracking now. Bring it back.
I don't know, man. Timberland and Missy?
Timbo and Missy.
I don't know.
I'm gonna just go with that.
All
Timbo
right,
and Missy,
all right.
okay? Well, I don't make you more uncomfortable. All right. Clips Records, when was the last time or popular demand?
When the last time you heard it like this? Yeah.
More important, the flow or the lyrics? What makes a record important to you?
Lyrics.
I got 2 more for you, all right?
All right.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or earn 3 Grammys?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's legendary. I feel like I just want a Grammy for the speech so I can get over there and talk my shit.
That's
for
right.
2 minutes.
Last question. Ready? You're asked to perform with these 2 on the same
Lauryn
day.
Hill.
Okay. All right.
Lauryn Hill.
No hands down?
Lauryn Hill.
Not even if Hove asked you to come through?
Lauryn Hill, man.
Lauryn
That's
Hill.
crazy. That's like, since I knew I wanted to be an artist, like Lauryn Hill.
She's true and she's loyal. Audra the Rapper. Thank you so much for taking part in my show. Thanks for coming through. And I'm excited because Audra's going to hit the studio and perform one of her records. It's one of my favorite records that she has right now.
Yes, sometimes. Yes.
That's right. And you're going to see what she's about. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Sometimes when I lay down at night, I dream of many things, but the only thing I remember when I wake, the only thing is you. Give it to him like sometimes. Sometimes I can't. Yeah, see now I'm battling these demons day and night. On the road to my feet grow tired. Oh me, oh my, can't mistake me for weak. My knees don't lie, no lie. I'm on my grind. 7 days a week ain't enough time, but with everything that's going on, you on my mind. Need to check your nigga cause he on my line. Oh, I heard you found in his hands. How's that working for you? Heard you found it with your mans. Damn, chasing all that cheddar, coulda had this breed. Sipping amaretto, shoulda had your bleed. It shouldn't have to be, nah. Told you that shit. Once I write you off, that's the last page of the book. Don't mistake me peeping gang for me give it dirty looks. Only thing I'm ever going back to is that hook, but sometimes when I lay down at night, I dream of many things, but the only thing I remember when I wake, that only thing is you. Give it to him like sometimes. Sometimes rock with me. Funny thing is, I never seen it coming. Nah, I was getting money. Guess those goodbyes just sunk in. All this on my mind when I'm trying to be productive, but fuck it. Tell me who you loving? Who you wanna be hugging? Are you spooning other chicks in them sheets that we humped in? Go by Juicy Crib for a plate every Sunday, huh? Extra spicy, how you like it? Sometimes I drive by. Stick shift when I creep, just to see your Jeep outside while I've been real about mines. I'm trying to kill everything moving. Only thing I don't kill is time. And the only thing bigger than my heart is my pride, my God. Sometimes when I lay down at night, I dream of many things, but the only thing I remember when I wake, the only thing I remember when I wake is you. Give it to him like sometimes I can't. Anti-love songs out now.
That's right. Audra the Rapper.
Hey, we out Sure.
Dang, mama. All right, let them know where you can find your stuff and all your Instagrams, Twitters, and all that.
Yes. Everything is at Audra The Rapper. Anti-Love Songs is out now. Support honest music for real, man.
That's right. And Sisterhood of Hip Hop, too.
Sisterhood of Hip Hop is out. It's on demand. You can play catch up. You can do all of that.
That's right. Audra The Rapper, thank you so much. You go Jeff
Appreciate
from
you.
Brooklyn. Ladies first.